Obviously a tough loss against a really good football team. I'm just proud of these kids. You know, I'm proud of these kids. I'm proud of these seniors. And this football team. We all accepted and embraced this mission in December to turn this football program around. And these kids embraced it. They bought into it. And we put in just one day at a time. And they led and they fought to change and to build this phase one of rebuilding this ULM football program. And it's the first time, I told them today, it's the first time that in my career, year one, that we didn't have one bad practice. We didn't have any bad attitudes. We didn't blame anybody. There was no negativity. We eliminated the losing of phase one. And we put our standards and our expectations high, and we always will. And, we started the season 134, and people expected us to win 1.5 games. And we came out of the blocks 5-1, with the help of our community and our fans and our alumni and our students. And we all put it together, and we all fed off each other. We played supposedly the toughest schedule in the country in Group of 5, and we embraced that, and we don't back down from it. And these kids prepared every week and laid it on the line every week. In order to avoid and to jump a lot of the phase one and year one, issues that come up, we had to be willing to take it to a different level, and they did. And we were in there. You go back to South Alabama, to Marshall, and Arkansas State, we're all in it right there in the fourth quarter. And that's hard against teams that have had 4 years to recruit their classes, and we're sitting there doing it year one in phase one. And these seniors, they're going to walk out of here, and I told them, I said, they need to keep their heads high. They laid the foundation. They truly laid the foundation of effort, of toughness, of energy, and just, overcome adversities and standing in the storms of trials and tribulations that we stood through each week. And that foundation is strong. I think you saw that today against a team, that's going to play for the conference championship, and we're right there in it, there to the end. And phase one is complete. And now we start to move to phase two. And, I want to appreciate and thank the fans. I want to thank our community. I want to thank our alumni and our fans and our coaching staff, our administration, Dr. Berry, our athletic director, John Hartwell, who's in it to the end with me. I can promise you we will turn this football program around. I promise you we will. We just got to stick together. Phase one is complete, and we've got to be ready to move to phase two. Questions?
Coach, you talked about this senior group and building that first step. This is a group that's gone through so much over the years, and learned to win. Just to give them this season and see how they took on that challenge and bought in as seniors. That's how special is that?
It's the key. It's the key to rebuilding a program. Your senior class has to stand up. They have to stand tall and really lay that foundation. And it's not easy. It's easy to say it, but it's not easy to do it. And, there was a lot of negativity. There was a lot of, just tough times. And they stood up and they said, let's change it. And that takes a strong group of men to do that. And they did special things this year, and I love those kids. I love this team. I love this community. I love this place. I do. And I'm very appreciative of these guys and this coach and these fans, in this community, because it's going to take all of us. The power's in the people. And look, I know. I promise you, I've got a locker room full of young men that have put their soul and their hearts on the line to turn this and they're hurt and they're frustrated and they're upset. But I can tell you this, we all wanted to go to a bowl game, and people laughed at us. And we were right there, time after time after time after time, and we never gave in and we never gave up, and we just went back to work every single day. And that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part. And this senior class led this team to do that. And phase one, I've done this before, and this is the best phase one I've been a part of. So, you know, it's tough, but life's tough. And adversity and how we handle things. And I can tell you this, this team will respond. We will move into phase two, and we will continue this journey.
Carl Glass, one of your seniors, his last game here. I know this one specifically meant a lot, playing against his brother, led the team in tackles. I mean, just what has he brought to this program?
Carl Glass is just, he's an unbelievable person, first of all. It all starts with the man. And it starts with the person. And if you want to be a great player, you got to be a great man first. And Carl Glass is a great man. He's a great leader. He embraced the change day one. He helped lead the charge. He's a warrior, you know. He's a warrior. And, you know, I love Carl, love what he stands for, love what he's about, and can't thank him enough. You know, I'll go to war with Carl Glass every day of the week, all year long.
Came out of this game really kind of guns blazing with Aiden Armento really opening up the passing attack. Was that kind of your initial game plan coming into it, or was that some things that you saw on film?
It was our game plan coming into it. We knew they were really good on defense, and you know, we've been pretty good at times really on offense. But Aiden, the game has slowed down for Aiden the last couple games, and he made some outstanding throws. He made some big-time plays, and he's got a couple that he'll be tough on himself about, and that's part of the process. The toughest thing to do in this league, in any league in college football, is you got to have a great quarterback. When you have a great quarterback, it gives you a chance. And Aiden's a redshirt freshman. He came in and started week 4. You know, came in the second half of Troy and led us to a huge Troy win on the road. And I think Aiden Armenta is going to be an elite quarterback in this league. He's going to be an elite quarterback. He has the mindset, he has the toughness, he has the skill set, he has the leadership abilities. And we got through again. That's kind of his phase one, you know, and it's tough because the game's fast, especially for a redshirt freshman. But he's probably had the best redshirt freshman season that I can remember in my career, and really excited about the future.
Ahmad Hardy, another 100-yard rushing game. He moves up to 3rd all-time single-season rushing in ULM history. I mean, just as a true freshman, what has he brought production-wise to this program?
You know, Ahmad Hardy, he's special. He brought mentality, he brought toughness, he brought passion. He's probably one of the hardest practice players I've ever seen. And to do that as a true freshman just speaks volumes. And he's a fighter, you know, and he's a warrior, and I think he proved that. And, you know, he's got a very bright future, and he's a special young man.
You know, we talked about finishing football games Monday at the press conference, just how important it is, and just the steps it takes when you have these teams, these programs that have had the strength and conditioning programs and the nutrition things, all that. But just to see this team still in a game like this tonight or today, right there, you know, a bright future ahead, isn't it?
There's no doubt. I mean, you know, you look at ULL and you could look at Marshall and you could look at all of them, but if we're talking ULL right now, I mean, they got a lot of fifth-year seniors on that team. And Coach Dez has done a tremendous job. And I said it earlier, I don't think he gets enough credit for the job that he's done. He's earned that job. And he's built that program, and he's done it the right way. You know, they were very senior-laden, and they're good. They don't make mistakes. And they've been in that program for 4 years, 5 years. And that's how far we've come, you know. And I know that losing this rivalry is not acceptable in this town, and I embrace that. And I promise you it's important to us too. But they got a good football team, and, you know, we're right there. We continue to be right there, and that happens a lot in year one and phase one because it's the little things. It's the very little things that determine wins and losses. And the Sun Belt's the SEC, the group of 5, and it's physical, it's fast, great strength programs, great nutrition programs, all the things that it takes. Except these guys have had a lot of them that we've played, Arkansas State, Marshall, ULM, they've all had 4 or 5 years. They've had 4 or 5 phases, and we just completed phase 1. And I'm really proud of where I'm not satisfied, I'm upset, I'm disappointed because I know that that we had opportunities, and it all falls on me. I'm the head coach. I take the blame. Our players played their tails off all year and did it the right way. And I like our future. I like our foundation. I like our support, the way it's growing, and our energy and positivity, and we're going to continue to build.
You know, you talked about just the support from the community again. You know, this is a program that brought excitement back to ULM football. You know, that's huge to get the community and bring that excitement back to this program. That's huge in the growth of this program, isn't it?
It is, and if you go back to the first day, that December the 7th in the opening press conference, there's certain things that have to happen if you're going to rebuild a program. There's certain things that have to happen. You have to get your community behind you, and the power is in the people. And we saw our attendance grow. We saw our fans grow. We saw our students grow. We saw the former players and the alumni start to get excited and grow. And it's continuing, and it's a process. I promise you, I want it done overnight. I promise you. And we have fought and worked, our coaching staff, our off-the-field staff, our administration. We've all fought together to get to this point. And we've got to continue to fight, and we've got to continue to come together. Because when we're together and united, we can accomplish bowl wins, bowl championships. We can accomplish West championships, and it's real. And this is just the start. And I promise you, you will get everything that I have every single day to continue to build this program.
With all the highs and lows, everything this coaching staff, this team fought through this season, if you had to summarize year one into one word, what would it be for you?
Toughness. Toughness. This team's tough. This town's tough. You know, our administration's tough. Our coaches are tough. And without toughness, you can never accomplish anything. And I think if you asked anybody we played this year and you ask them who is ULM, what are they about? They're going to say, first off, they're tough. They're extremely tough, and they're not going to quit, and they play hard as anybody in this league.
5-7, so you're right there at the cusp. What's the missing pieces that you feel are not in place yet to kind of get to the 6-6 or the 7-5 mark?
We've got to continue. We've got to recruit another class. We've got great players on this team. I mean, we've got great players. We just don't have enough. We need the depth. You look at probably 13 injuries that people don't know about. That it's college football. And when your nutrition program and your weight program continues to build, then you can handle, you know, the strain of 12 weeks of college football. And our kids fought, man. I bet half of our starters out there were playing with something. We're playing with something, and that's what it's all about. Life's hard. It's tough. It throws you in the gutter. It throws you in the trash, and you got to continue to get up. And our kids got up, and they scrapped, and they fought, and they played with pain because it meant something to you. If it means something, and you have passion, you have work ethic, and you're tough, then you can be successful. And that's who this team was, and that's who this staff was.